It is Sunday night and time to recycle the Hermitron trading chests. Wait a minute, there's another chest added over here. That means these chests must be jam-packed to the freaking brim, man. Oh my goodness. How many Hermitrons have been discovered this week? This is crazy. 3 jam-packed chests full of Hermitrons. That means these hermits have been cranking open boosters like nobody's business. And Game Master Rendog is super freaking glad, man. This is epic. Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is Ren Diggity Dog coming at you in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. Hope you guys are having an awesome day wherever you are in the world right now. I'm having a doozy, thank you. I'm in a real good mood today. And that's because yesterday I had a really awesome time in London. Literally just got back from London, I would say about 15 minutes ago or so. And, well, the first thing that I did was, well, wash my hands, because London's, kind of a dirty place. And then I started playing some Minecraft. Do I have a problem, guys? I think I might have a problem, man. I am pretty much addicted to this game, I think. Anyway, I had a great time in London, went to do a little bit of business, spent some time with a friend. It was so sweet. But I gotta say, man, I'm pretty glad to be back here in the Hermitcraft world playing some Minecraft, back in my real-life hermit hole. I kind of missed this, man. London is super busy, super noisy, and when you're a real-life hermit, you're not used to that kind of chaos. And the chaos was pretty insane. I ended up staying up real late, just wandering around London in the middle of the night, going to the places that I used to go to when I lived there, and it was actually really cool. Anyway, welcome back. We are so busy today, guys. We have got so much to do. Last time we were together, we were working on the Lush Mesa, weren't we? We were adding in these beautiful brown concrete powder blocks rather, into the Lush Mesa, and we dubbed this block the Lebowski block, didn't we? It's the block that ties the room together. It was the block that was missing from the palette for this build, and look how beautiful it is. Oh man, it is just gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Now, every time I've logged onto the server, I've been placing down a few more of these blocks. Don't worry, guys. We won't be doing any more of this today. I know that in the previous episode, we spent, well, about 30 minutes just placing down concrete powder, and I was telling you guys a story. By the way, guys, thank you so much for all of the love and all of the comments and the likes regarding the previous episode. You guys really enjoyed that story, and the story time with Rendog thing. I asked you guys if you would like to see more of that, and, well, the majority of you guys said yes. A few of you guys said, Rendog, you idiot, do some freaking progress, man. All you've done this entire episode is tell us a story about magic. This is boring. And that's fine. That's totally fine. So I'll tell you what, guys, we will sort of keep our story time episodes maybe once every 5th or 10th episode, something like that. But yeah, thanks for the great feedback, guys, and so happy you enjoyed the story time. And don't worry, I won't always be telling stories about magic. I saw those comments. Jeez, guys, that particular story was just about magic, okay? Calm your faces. Anyway, we got loads to do today, guys. We're not going to be working on the Lush Mesa. Oh, no, baby. We are going to be working on our base. It's one of the things that I really want to get finished before the end of Season 4. And today we're going to be starting to work on some interior. Can I get like a nice high view? Here we go. We're going to be starting to work on some of the interior of our base. And yeah, we need to get this finished. Seriously, I cannot leave this season without finishing my base. I could never forgive myself. So we're going to be working pretty hard on that. But, of course, we cannot begin an episode without doing a little bit of a Hermitron update, right? Because Hermitron is all the rage on the Hermitcraft server, and we're the game master, man. We are the ones that are keeping the game ticking over. So I want to give you guys a quick update about what's been going on up in this place. And yeah, I guess we'll start over here. I've been working pretty hard. I think I showed you in the previous episode on an extension chamber for the Mumbo Jumbo who wants to start playing Hermitron. So super happy to have Mumbo in the game. But every hermit deserves a plot if they want to play Hermitron. And as you guys can see, I've been working on a plot here for Mumbo. Looking pretty good. Lots of work to do over here, though. So in this episode, I'll probably work a little bit on this, a little bit on my base, and I guess I'll slap an episode together out of all of that jazz. But it's going to be an awesome day, man. Just going to play some Minecraft with you guys. I've been told that a couple of sets have been completed by some of the hermits too. Ooh, False looks like she's been working hard over here, finding some different Hermitrons over here. Any mythics over here on her wall? Ooh, she's got Peter. She's got the Tribe 2 mythic. Oh man, that's awesome, Falsey. She's getting pretty close to finishing Tribe 2, actually. Wow, only a few more Hermitrons from Tribe 2 needed for that. Brilliant stuff, man. All the other Hermits have been going hard. On Friday, we will be updating the rules, and or updating the points, rather, to see who is in the lead and who is winning. Last week, it was Iskall in the lead, and we'll have to see if that still remains the case. Now, speaking about Hermitron, and the last thing that we do before we start placing down some blocks, let's head over to the Hermitron booster box shop. A load of you guys have been asking me if I've been making some profits up in that shop since we set it up. I want to show you guys which Hermits have been buying maps, how many bling blangs we've been getting, and let's see if we've gotten rich from our latest little venture of making a super addicting game. Nothing gets the Rendiggity Dog more excited than a little bit of bling blangs in their belly. Oh, it's profit checking time, everybody. Oh man, let's see how many diamonds we've managed to get out of our Hermitron booster box shop. Give me 1 second though, I need a sip of my tasty beverage. There we go. Okay, let's see how rich we have gotten over the last week on the Hermitcraft server. Now, there's something that I did do for the Hermits over here. I've restocked the maps for the Hermits that actually bought the previous map. I've also given them a 5 diamond discount. So this time around, their maps are only going to cost 5 diamonds, because some of the Hermits were saying it was a little bit too expensive, which is fair enough. So anybody who bought a map in the previous week has now got a discount. Looks like Exuma and Cub have not repurchased their maps. Wells has purchased his map. I need to restock him over here. That's good. Scar has not repurchased, but purchased last week. So 40 diamonds so far. Very nice. Tango has not purchased his first map. Impulse has not purchased his first map. And Mumbo has purchased both of his maps. Very nice. I like that. Well, I'll take those profits in the belly. 55 diamonds so far. Iskall yet to purchase his second map. Falsey has purchased both of her maps. Very nice. 64 plus 16 diamonds in the belly. Joe Hills yet to purchase his second map. And TFC yet to purchase his first map. Okay, so we made 64 plus 26 is 88. 88, I think that's the right maths. We made 88 diamonds out of the week 1 of Hermitron, guys. That's freaking fantastic. Oh man, 88 diamonds in the belly. Don't mind if I do. I thank you for your business, Hermits. And those of you who haven't bought your Hermitron maps yet, guys, come on now. Stop slacking. Go and buy your maps, for crying out loud. You know what's kind of sad, Cyberdogs? It's taken me an entire year to figure out a profitable business on the Hermitcraft server. Jeez, I can't believe it, man. But I gotta say, I'm super happy with the number of bling blangs coming in for the Hermitron boosters. And hopefully the Hermits will go and drop a few more diamonds in our direction. But man, 80 diamonds for 1 week of work? Thank you. I will take that any day of the week. And of course, we've got a brand new player who's coming to join us here in Hermitron, and that is the Mumbo of the Jumbo. And I'm super excited about that, man. I think Mumbo's got quite a few diamonds in his belly. I mean, he's already bought both of his maps, which shows me we've got a pretty willing customer over here. And I want to get Mumbo playing as fast as possible. And for that, we need to get him a plot set up. So for the last few days or so, I've been working on the Mumbo Jumbo Hermitron extension chamber over here. And guys, I got to tell you, it has been a pain in the freaking butt, man. I have had to re-dig this and rebuild this. This is like the 4th time I think I've done this now. Let me show you what's been going wrong. I started off doing it right over here, right? Like this is where I've started the first plot over here. And unfortunately, it was sort of getting in the way of other stuff. This is the staircase that Hermits take to get into Hermitron halls. And on the other side of this extension plot is the Escalium pool over there. We also have like a whole bunch of stuff up here. This is the tutorial hall. So it's been kind of tricky to try and squeeze Mumbo's plot into this area. Hello, zombie. I am busy. Thank you. Anyway, it's been a little bit of a challenge to try and squeeze Mumbo's plot in here, but I think I've discovered the right positioning for it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make the plot exactly the same as the other plots. Originally, I wanted to make it like this, where you have, what is this, 5 blocks of water, and then these awesome pillars in the water, and then the roof up there with that's mimicking the water below with the glass. I wanted to make it like that. I also wanted to have the pillars like this, and the beautiful chiseled quartz here in the water, but we just don't have enough space for that. So this is kind of like a reduced version of the main plot in the main Hermitron hall, but it's going to be just as beautiful. I'm telling you now, man, I'm going to work my butt off to make Mumbo's plot just as awesome. And yeah, still got quite a lot of work to do. Need to get the pillars set up, I need to get the roof installed, and most importantly, I got to make sure that this thing is 100% symmetrical, because if I put one block out of place, the whole thing's going to get all squonky and stuff. But we're going to have water down here. We're going to have glass up there mimicking the roof. And the plot itself is exactly the same size as the other Hermit's plot. It's 13 by 13 for Mumbo's plot over here. And basically, he's going to have just as much space to make himself an awesome Hermitron plot than the other Hermits have too. And I'm going to have to hide all of this shame over here too. So lots of work for the Rendiggity-Dog, my friends. Let me get stuck into this. I'll bring you back when we got something to look at. And I've placed down a couple hundred blocks. Can we all please take a moment for a global frickin' facepalm? Dang it! I knew this was gonna happen, Cyberdiggity-Dogs. I have run out of space in the Mumbo Jumbo Hermitron extension chamber. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I knew this was gonna happen, but for some reason, my brain thought I'd be able to squeeze this in over here. But I've been working on the roof, which is 9 blocks high from the wall. That is how all of the Hermitron plots have been designed. And we have run straight into the wall of the passageway here and straight into the tutorial hall. And, well, I'm going to have to redesign this entire thing because we just don't have enough space to get this done. However, I've been having to think about this. I thought about moving this plot to another location in the Hermitron halls, but I think probably the best solution will be to just drop the plot down instead of like digging out a whole new plot somewhere else. Why don't we just make everything go down like 4 or 5 blocks and we'll keep it like this, and Mumbo will just have to go down like a staircase or something, right, to get to his plot. And that's probably going to be the quickest and easiest solution for me to get this plot done. So yeah, I've got a little bit of digging to do ahead of me, and if I had just planned this out correctly from the first freaking block that I placed, none of this would have been happening. But you know, it is a Rendog video, so yeah, it's that's just how we freaking roll up in here, man. The derps come quick, fast, and in a freaking hurry. Oh, dang it. Thanks to this beacon of haste over here, this actually isn't turning out too bad. Just a whole bunch of redundant digging going on, but I've lowered Mumbo's plot by about 5 blocks or so now, and that should give us more than enough space to make the roof and not interfere with any of the other Hermitron stuff above it. Well, that's the plan anyway. If this isn't deep enough, guys, I am going to, well, I don't know, probably give up Minecraft and go jump into the Thames or something, because it's going to be freaking painful, but pretty sure I've done it correctly this time around. 5th time's a charm, my friends. Finally, the plot is in the right place, and we're going to be able to stick on the roof and make the little water features and do everything to make the place look awesome. I've definitely spent way too many hours on this build, though. I've wasted a lot of my own life doing this. So Mumbo Jumbo, you better use this thing, dude, or I'm not gonna be a happy freaking dog. Time sure does freaking fly when you're playing Minecraft. Am I right, my block placing buddies? Jeez! It's actually the next day since I last recorded here on the Hermitcraft server, and that's because the Mumbo Jumbo Hermitron extension chamber has taken me much longer than I originally anticipated to finish. I spent the entire afternoon on it. The good news is that bad boy is finished, and I gotta tell you, peeps, man, it is looking freaking fantastic. I'm gonna take you there a little bit later on in this episode to show you what I've done for Mumbo. But for now, guys, I need a little bit of a break. Whenever I close my eyes, all I see is purple. I went to bed last night and all I could dream about was freaking purple, man, and I need to do something a little bit different for the next part of today's episode. But don't worry, Mumbo fans, I'm gonna be showing you the gorgeous Mumbo Jumbo Hermitron plot a little bit later on. What I've been working on this morning is starting to get our little base over here up and running. I think I mentioned in the previous, or at the beginning of this episode, we were going to do a little bit of work in here, and yeah, it's really important for me that I get this base finished before the end of the season, and I really want to start cranking on it. So today we're going to start working on some of the corridors. Now, for those of you guys who are maybe new to the Rendog universe from somewhere else in the world, hi, what's happening? So nice to have you. This is our Hermitcraft base. There's somebody flying around looking for Hermitrons, no doubt. This is our Hermitcraft base here on the server. It is in a lush mesa that we have made ourselves. This is a custom mesa, and well, our base consists of a whole bunch of different buildings. Over the next few weeks or so, we're going to try and get this base finished and get each of these buildings finalized. For now, what I'd like to do, though, is work on the corridors that connect the buildings together, and I've been spending a little bit of time off camera this morning. Got my cup of coffee over here. I've been listening to some radio and playing some Minecraft. Oh, hello, Zombert. What's cracking? Get out of my face, you bastard. I am busy here trying to explain stuff. I should probably light this up, though, right? Yeah, pretty dark. Anyway, I have been working on the corridors that are connecting up all of these houses or these buildings in our base. And I want to show you guys what we're going to be doing today. Check this out. I've been working on a little bit of a facade over here. This is the same facade that we have in the passageway that takes us to our storage rooms. And this is the design that is going to be implemented throughout these corridors over here. Jeez, we have a zombie infestation up in here. Jeez, Legolas, do your business. Wreck these undead fools. Get out of here. Now, today, we're not going to be working on this too much. I'm going to try to get as much of this done today as possible. But today, I want to do something a little bit more exciting, because we've already built this in one of the episodes past in this Hermitcraft series. I want to work on this little segment over here. This is kind of like, I don't know, I conceptualized this section a long time ago, and today I want to start getting some blocks down. What I wanted to do was have like a little bit of an ancient cave system over here that connects the lobby of our base, which is this main area over here, right? This is our lobby. I wanted to make like a really cool, beautiful cave section that connects this part of our base to the other parts of our base. There's also a connection down here to the Logfellas railway line, which I still need to finish. I know, geez, it's on the list. But what I want to do is make this little cave section completely different to the rest of the base. So coming out of this section, which is very basey and very sort of standard, I suppose, I want there to be a really cool section in here. And I've put together a whole bunch of blocks for us to use today, and I've put them all into these color-coded shulker boxes. Man, I love shulker boxes so much. And let's get going, guys. Let's start placing down some blocks over here. Take a look at this, right? I need to find a decent place to put this. I think I'm going to put this down here in the Logfellas railway section because I want to keep it out of my way, right? We got the green shulker boxes, the brown shulker boxes, and the gray shulker box. This is all of the like standard building blocks. This is like brown stuff, aka oak wood and stuff. And then this one is dirt and whatnot. And this is all the green stuff. So we're going to be using all of this stuff to start building our little section over here. Now, I've had some pretty cool ideas with this. We've been experimenting a little bit with concrete powder in the Lush Mesa, and I want to do a little bit more experimenting. In the comments of the previous episode, quite a lot of you guys out there were telling me about the green concrete powder, which is actually pretty cool, and I want to see if maybe this is going to work inside of our base over here. Let's have a look at this block. It is pretty cool, isn't it? It's very like slimy is the way that I would put it. It kind of looks like grass with a whole bunch of slime and mold in it or something like that. So this could actually work out pretty good. I saw in the comments of the previous episode, some of you guys were asking about the status of Moses III, the pet rock. He's still alive. He's here in the inventory. Don't worry, guys. Moses III hasn't gone anywhere. But yeah, this block is kind of cool. So this is what I'm thinking, right? This cave system that I'm going to be creating is going to be like an ancient system. It's going to be like an old... Oh yeah, it acts as sand, doesn't it? Oh, geez. Okay, so we've got to do this. We've got to be a little bit careful with our concrete blocks so we don't waste them. But this little cave system over here is going to be like an ancient cave system. And the thinking being that this sort of base was designed around the ancient cave network. When we built this base, we've dug into this ancient sort of cave system over here, and we've tried to preserve it, right? It's kind of like an historical site in the Lush Mesa. Maybe, you know, I don't know, there were cavemen or something that lived in here, and we wanted to try and preserve the integrity of it, and there was just like a small section of it that was this cave system. So this is what I'm thinking. I want to try and like make an entrance and an exit for this little section, and I want to try and make it look really cool. I want to use a few different blocks for this. Let's get back to our little shulker boxes over here. Check it out. I want to use like some of these broken cracked stone, and I want to use like mossy stone bricks, which I think is in one of these things. Yeah, over here, right? The mossy stone bricks and the moss stone. I want a whole bunch of water and a whole bunch of foliage, and I want to try and make like a really ancient looking cave over here that the base has been built out of, right? And I don't know why, there's no reason behind it, no rhyme behind the reason, so to speak. I just think that it'll look pretty cool. So I'm going to get a few of the base blocks down, and let's have a look if we can transform this little cave into something freaking gorgeous, baby. Oh, how I have missed doing this, Cyberdogs. I gotta tell you, man, I am having a freaking blast right now just placing down some blocks. You know, it's funny in Minecraft, when you start working on really massive projects like Hermitron or Mobilisa or any of those like really huge ideas, you kind of get sucked into this like super stressful world. You know, you got to get the project done. You got so much grind to do. You got to go get materials. You got to spend hours in the freaking nether getting quartz and so on and so on. And you kind of like lose touch with some of the basics of Minecraft, which is, well, just placing down some blocks and making something look beautiful, right? I guess I've been feeling a little bit like that over the last few days with Hermitron because, wow, we've been working our ass off on that project. But man, now that it's basically finished and all I got to do is plonk down some boosters every now and then, I'm feeling good, baby. I'm feeling real good and really enjoying playing some Minecraft, just doing some casual block placing over here. Check it out, man. Been working on the cave. I really do like this green concrete powder. I think that it's kind of gorgeous. It's growing on me. I think it works in like a cave environment because it has this sort of slimy feel to it. Or anyway, I think it feels a little bit slimy. I think that it might not really work outside because to me this looks kind of like damp and moist, right? Like I don't think this sort of grass could exist in the sun. I don't know. That's super nerdy conversation, but for me in a sort of cave environment like this, I think it's absolutely perfect. And I've tried to make like a path over here through the path blocks. I think this green and the path block work pretty good together, and that's looking good, man. Now, the important thing about these two corridors is that they are separated. We have like a little bit of a wall going on over here. I've been doing a little bit of block variation, just adding some cobblestone into the solid flat stone walls over here. And yeah, there's still a lot of work to do around here, of course, just getting rid of all of these blocks. And we need to get some andesite in here, and we need to start making it feel a little bit more ancient and a little less cave-like. We need to add a sort of human element into this build. But yeah, one of the things that I wanted to do with you guys now for a moment is try and make the separator wall. This is essentially two corridors, right, in our base. This corridor takes us to the Log Maces railway line and then up here to our forge room. And then this corridor takes us to all of the other buildings in our base. And I always wanted these to be separated, but I didn't want to separate them like with solid blocks. I wanted there to be a sort of window over here. Oh, geez, I'm sorry about that, guys. A really loud motorbike just drove past my house and absolutely wrecked my recording. So what was I saying? Oh yes, I always wanted to make some sort of a separation over here between the two corridors. And what I thought we could do is try and work a little bit of foliage into this, right? Use a little bit of beech leaf action. Birch leaf action, Red Dog. Jeez, engage your brain, you fool. But check it out. We can kind of make like little windows using the birch leaves like this, right? I think that looks kind of sweet. Check it out. So we want to like keep a few like spaces in between here, but I don't want you to be able to walk in between the two areas. So we probably want to fill this one up too. And we'll leave like maybe we like open up the space like that. So we can't actually jump up there, but it does leave like a little window. Yeah. That works freaking beautiful. And maybe we can bring a few of these birch leaves down like this and sort of create another window. And oh, this is what we could do also. There we go. That's looking sweet, right? And maybe we can make like a couple of shrubs over here. I like how you have the water underneath there too, and I did it the same over here so that the water goes like underneath something. That adds like a little bit of depth into the water features of the build. But check this out, right? Maybe we could use a little bit of, oh, and I've got some lily pads here too. Okay, check this out. Maybe we could use some vinage here also to try and like create some natural separators. Where did my freaking pickaxe go? Okay, there we go. So check it out. That's going to grow over there, right? And create like kind of like a window. I suppose the problem with this vinage is that it is like, oh man, it is super brown. Not a very pretty vinage, to be honest with you. Jeez, vines, can you please get plates? Starting to look pretty freaking decent over here, guys, if I do say so myself. It's very damp in here, I think you will agree, but I'm trying to figure out a way to make this into an ancient ruin. Like, why would we not just turn this area into one of these tunnels that we've made before in the base, right? There has to be a reason for it. And I was thinking that maybe what we could do is we could say that this little water source over here was like an ancient spring at some point, right? It was a spring where the people that lived in the Lush Mesa used to come and get their water from, something like that. And maybe what we could do is try and show that by creating like, I don't know, like a little no, that needs to be broken bricks over here, like I don't know, like a little well or something, like or a sort of broken well like that. I mean, maybe we even need to get rid of this this water source over there. So this kind of looks like there's been some sort of civilization here, but maybe it's like overgrown and disappeared. And maybe we need to do the same thing for this wall over here. That's exactly what I would just got in my brain right now. So maybe like this wall was the wall of some sort of ancient civilization, right? And we could just get a few cracks in there. And over the thousands and, I don't know, millions of years that the Lush Mesa has been washed over by these floods that created the Lush Mesa in the first place, maybe that's why this wall has disappeared over time. Maybe that's why these little chunks of wall are still here. And maybe this wall was the beginning beginning of some sort of a castle that got washed over by this mesa. Skeleton, you have interrupted me in the middle of some creative brainstorming, and that makes me freaking angry. You creeper got me off the train of thought. Something good was happening there, man, and it's just, oh, jeez, I will never stop hating the freaking mobs in this game, man. Always wrecking my freaking day. Anyway, I think that's going to work out pretty good, right? Like maybe these walls over here also need to be this. And maybe we need to just get some normal stone bricks here too, so that we don't just use the same brick over and over again. And yeah, this place is now starting to make a little bit more sense. I was thinking about also doing something here, right? Like the entrance into the lobby. Like maybe this is also a good spot where we could create some sort of a, I don't know, this, okay, check this out, right? Let's get the chiseled one up there, and then just some sort of normal stone bricks like this. Maybe this one is cracked, and then these ones are normal. And then this is kind of like a busted up entrance, and maybe we need to push this back a little bit too so that we can see this. And let's get a little bit more moss in here too, right? Just like so. Beautiful. So that almost looks like it was an ancient doorway into something, and maybe we need to get this looking a little bit more symmetrical there too, right? So this was like an ancient doorway into what was perhaps an older, like, I don't know, like temple or something inside of the Mesa Plateau. But when we come into the thing, we can sort of see the remains of what was once an ancient civilization. Something like that, right? I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. I wanted to bring you guys in for a little bit of the thinking that I do when I come up with these builds. Because I know it's kind of interesting to some of you. Oh, you can't put flowers onto concrete powder. That's a little bit of a shame. Oh, okay. So we can only put flowers on dirt and stuff, which is okay. I want to try get a few of these beautiful flowers around here. And maybe what we could do is, instead of having grass back here, let's put an oxeye back there. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. So this is looking good, baby. I am loving it. I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down over here. But yeah, looking at my clock, it seems like I'm running out of time for today's episode. I wish I could just do this all day long with you guys, but I got to make sure that I get these episodes out. You know, I always feel a little bit bad when I take a day or two off to like complete an episode. Like this episode's gone over 2 days now, right? Because it took me so long to work on Mumbo's extension chamber. And then I feel really bad. I'm like, dang it, I needed to get a video out for the Cyberdogs yesterday, but I don't know. You know, I actually feel better as a YouTuber if I can make you guys like quality content rather than rush it out for you, and hopefully you guys understand. Anyway, let's get back into Hermitron Halls, and I know I did that like a pro. I've done it hundreds of times now, so you know, I should be able to do it. But the last thing that I wanted to do for today's episode, guys, is show you the Mumbo Jumbo Hermitron Chamber extension. Are you ready? And Mumbo, if you are watching, my friend, it took me, well, half a day to make this for you, so I hope that you get involved and you come down here and make a beautiful plot here on your brand new chamber. But check it out, guys. The Mumbo Jumbo Hermitron extension chamber is complete. Isn't it beautiful? Oh man, I love it. It's pretty much following the same style as the plots above. It's a little bit smaller though. Instead of having 5 wide water sections, it's only 2 wide water sections. The roof is exactly the same height, and actually I just noticed that I haven't put the H into the roof. So yeah, last thing that I need to do. But looking beautiful, man. Mumbo's got his own little area here to come and set himself up with the Hermitron collection wall, and he can do whatever he wants on his plot. And yeah, that looks pretty awesome, right? I'm very pleased with how this has turned out, and I'm really happy that we pretty much have every single active hermit playing Hermitron. In fact, I do believe that with the addition of Mumbo, that is every single active hermit now playing Hermitron. Guys, I gotta tell you, man, that's a pretty big achievement for a minigame, and we did it together, man. You and me, we came up with this game. Well, my brain came up with it, but you guys helped me perfect it, and the hermits loved it so much that every single one of them is playing. So you know what, guys, let's take a moment, pat ourselves on the back for a job well done here in Hermitcraft Season 4. So proud of what we've achieved, and yeah, thank you guys for keeping me encouraged to do this, and wouldn't have happened without you. And so many amazing ideas have come from you guys for Hermitron, so thank you all for getting involved and making this game so freaking epic. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it from me today. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. I've had an absolutely amazing time over the last couple of days making this episode for you guys, and can't wait to show you the progress I make in my base. Make sure you come back next time, okay? Because there'll be loads more work that we do over there. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Smash the subscribe button if you want more. And that's it from Rendog. I will smell you all in the next episode.